Hello everyone, I'm back with another video and today we're going to talk about the importance of articleship. I somehow have noticed that so many people do not value their articleship enough, and I just wanted to share my personal story on how I landed a job in Big 4, and a major credit would be because I took my articleship very seriously. So I'm going to list down some advantages that one has to think about while thinking of their articleship. I am Muskaan Khanna, an ACCA by profession, and I did my articleship way back in 2012, and I did it from KPMG India in the statutory audit division. Trust me, I always took my articleship as a job, and that's what helped me the most. So a lot of us, I don't know how, I've always noticed that a lot of us don't take our articleship very seriously, because somewhere in our mind we think that if we clear our exams, that's it, I'll land a job. Guys, that's not true. Your articleship will define the job that you're going to take up. I'm going to list down a few advantages for you, that how we miss out on so many other opportunities only because we do not take our articleship very seriously. It's not important that we do it from one of the big fours only, but even if you do it from a smaller company, there are so many other advantages that you have over the people you're coming across who've done their articleship from Big 4. It's how you value yourself, it's how you present yourself in an interview, and how you sell yourself. Speaking personally about myself, I know how to sell myself, and that's how I landed a lot of jobs that even people who've cleared their CA exams could not. Let me talk about the first advantage. It is grooming your personality. Taking my personal example and many of the students that I know of, the way articleship changes your personality, grooms your personality, it makes a major impact. We're so young when we go for our articleship. It's usually our first job. But a lot of us don't take it that seriously, thinking, oh, I'm working in a mediocre firm, or I'm in a small firm. That's not how it works. Even if wherever you're working, you will get to learn your own benefits. So let me take my example of Big 4. When I went in for an articleship, I did not know how to even say hello sir. I mean, I was so shy and so I was very timid kind of a person, and I didn't know how to interact with so many people. I used to fear writing emails. I used to tell my senior, can you please write my first email, I have to address it to a manager. And today I go and speak to partners like, okay fine, they're also like us. They've also grown in this journey like us. So the way my personality developed over the years by talking to my colleagues formally and informally, how I dealt with them socially by even going for parties with them, I cannot explain that or emphasize on that fact enough. Even I'll tell you a small example. When I went for my first interview after my articleship, I went to Deloitte, and there it was a room full of chartered accountants, and I don't know how in that entire room a lot of chartered accountants didn't get a job, whereas I did not have a professional qualification in hand, but only my experience letter and the fact that I had enrolled for ACCA. But I sold myself so much better than the people who were sitting next to me that I landed the job and they could not. I don't know what the problem was. They were scared of talking to the manager, or they failed in the technical round. But what I did best was that I sold myself to the person who was sitting right in front of me. I told them that I've done all of these things, and I have the experience which is required in Deloitte. I did not care if I had the professional degree or not, and neither did they. I told them that I will be studying and completing my qualification in time before my promotion is due, and they heard me. Sometimes we're so scared of even applying for a job, and this is the confidence that I'm talking about. I applied for every job that I could get, or I could even get a call for, and that really helped me. I landed a job. So many CAs don't get it because I hear it that they introduce themselves in a room full of people that, hi, I'm from this town and I've done my articleship from a small firm. I mean, really, you don't need to say that. We don't need to know that. You should say that I've done my articleship from this place and I've worked in this department and I'm better than all the Big 4 people because they've done their articleship only in one department. I have done work in tax, in audit, in accounting, in reconciliations. You know, there are so many exposures that you would have had that I, from a Big 4 person, would not have had. It really depends on how you talk. That is why I emphasize on the importance of taking your job very seriously. So I'll come to the next point. The second advantage that I feel and is not emphasized enough is that that we have appraisal cycles in most of the companies. Even if you're from a small company, you should tell your partner or the person you're reporting to that let's discuss how I've done and how you see me grow in the next quarter or year, and this really impacts on your grooming. So what happens is when we go for an appraisal, we tell them that, you know, we've worked for in this department for this client, and this is what I've achieved. Basically, we take notes of everything that we have done in the last 6 months, 1 year, or during your appraisal cycle, and we tell them that because of this reason, I should have XYZ salary in the next year. A lot of us think that it's just an articleship, I'll probably shift as soon as I qualify. But what happens is this gives you the best interview pitch. When you write all of these points, this tells you that what you've achieved and what you need to achieve in the next 2 years to be able to get the right job. The third advantage I'm going to link with this is this helps us select the profile that we need to do after clearing our CA exams. What happens is a lot of us don't know which profile we want to work in after completing our CA exams. Like if I worked in the audit department, I would not know about the tax department, or somebody who's done only tax work would not know that what are the opportunities for that person in other fields. So what happens is we should actually try and get more and more experience in the 3 years. Even if you're doing articleship from Big 4, you should try and get knowledge of other things as well. Maybe interact with other people, and that's how you will also get to know what happens in other departments. Once we complete our articleship, this will help us to decide, do we want to go into industry? Do we want to continue in the audit department? Do we want to do tax? Do we want to get into consulting? Like there is corporate finance. There are so many fields that one can get into, but that all you need to gather in the 3 years. Otherwise, what happens is once you start with your job, then after a year you will feel, oh my god, I'm not fit for this profile, I'm not liking this profile. So why not take those 3 years when you're being paid less, take that advantage and use it, that you will decide what needs to be done after you've cleared your CA exams. Now we're talking about the fourth advantage and the most important one for me. CA Articleship experience gets counted in the ACCA practical experience requirement as well. I mean, if tomorrow by chance you take some time to clear your CA exams, or you wish to do your ACCA after CA for global opportunities, all this experience will get counted in your ACCA practical experience requirement, and I can't emphasize enough that this experience will help you get the perfect job for you. Even if you want to apply abroad, if you've done your articleship and taken that seriously, you will be able to land a good job anywhere in the world basis your first job or your articleship. So you need to take this very, very seriously. Last advantage that I think of is that practical experience is the most important thing, also because swimming can't be learned theoretically, right? You have to dive into the pool to learn it. Practical experience is equally important. If you're a CA and you only have theory knowledge, you've not seen a balance sheet, you've not taken it seriously, you've not taken experience in the relevant fields, you will not be able to grow. There is a reason why there is this unfair advantage. You can say that Big 4 people get a double promotion in comparison to people who've come from mediocre or small firms. It is because we can explain that we have been grilled enough. if you've been grilled enough, if you've taken your articleship seriously, if you've taken taken your work very seriously, if you've worked with the biggest clients of that firm, that also you can explain in the interview and tell them to take you as a senior and not under the senior even when you're a qualified person. This is something that you need to take charge of. When I went for an interview, I told them that I'm at par with the CA, even though I did not have a qualification. Similarly, when you went for an interview, you should have told them that I'm at par with your article. If you've come to KPMG or Deloitte or any other firm, you should be able to tell them that if they have worked for 3 years and they have the CA degree, you've also worked for 3 years and you have the CA degree. You should be taken at par with them. But all that depends on how you crack the interview. There are so many people who land a lower package than the other person. It's not because of partiality. It is because how you deal with that situation and at that moment. That is why you should try and practice interviews. In another video, I'll also share how you can crack interviews by being confident only, how you can derive the interview yourself. One last thing that I would like to mention is that, I've heard it so many times that CAs are not paid equal to MBAs. Why is that? It's only and only because of us. We downgrade ourselves and think that we can't land up better packages or MBAs deserve more. That's not the case. We're the most hardworking of all. So many times we make the budgets, we make the presentations, but the presentation is done by an MBA. Why? Because we don't have the confidence of presenting ourselves. Absolutely wrong. During your articleship also, you should take that initiative and go up to your managers or partners and tell them that you want to conduct this training. The more you present yourself, the more initiative you take. Be active on LinkedIn or so many other social media platforms also, the more confidence you will get, and that is what will take you forward. That is what will help you crack all those interviews and land better packages than MBAs, and I'm pretty sure of that. When I can do it, so can you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and for more such content, please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and I'll be more than happy to help you with everything that I took time to achieve. Thank you.